Jai Hind students, hope you all are fit and fine at home. So we will be starting with a new chapter, Understanding a Criminal Justice System, which is of civics. And the basic learning objective behind reading this chapter is that we will understand what is the role of a police and who is a public prosecutor and what is his function, the functions of a defense lawyer, and so on. So let us start. So when the chapter starts, it begins that when we see somebody who is violating a law, we think that we need to inform the police. And in real life or in the movies also, we might have seen people or police officers filing reports or arresting persons when they hear that somebody has committed a crime. So because of the role played by the police in arresting the persons, we often get confused and we think that it is the police who decides whether a person is guilty or not, which is absolutely not true. So what is happening after a person is arrested? It is the court of law that decides whether an accused person is guilty or not. So according to our constitution, every individual who is charged of a crime which he has committed has to be given a fair trial, and there are people in there who play a very vital role in the criminal justice system, that is the police, the public prosecutor, the defense lawyer, and the judge, about whom we will be studying in detail. So there is a very short story which is given in the book, and we will be doing this or understanding this story in the live class. So what is the role of police in investigating a crime is the next topic. So one of the most important function of the police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of a crime. Now in investigation, what does it include? It includes recording of statements of the witnesses and then collecting different kinds of evidences. Next, on the basis of the investigation, the police are required to form an opinion. Here, if the police think that the evidence points to the guilt of that accused person, then they can file a charge sheet in the court. Police investigations always has to be or have to be conducted in accordance with the law, and they have to give full respect for the or have to have full respect for the human rights. Here the Supreme Court has laid down few guidelines which the police must follow at the time of arrest, detention, and interrogation. The police are not allowed to torture or beat or shoot anyone during the investigation. So these are the basic things which the people in the police station or in the police department need to follow. Next, the fundamental rights. The police people cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person, even for a petty offense, and according to the article 22 of the constitution and criminal law, it guarantees to every arrested citizen the fundamental rights which we will be discussing. The first, the right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offense for which that particular person is being arrested. Second, the right to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. Third is the right not to be ill treated or tortured during the arrest or during the time in custody. And with confessions which are made in the police custody cannot be used as an evidence against the accused. Then a boy under 15 years of age and a woman cannot be called to the police station only for questioning. So this is the basic fundamental rights which are given to the Indian citizens, and the police have to adhere and they have to respect these laws. So this is for the first module. We will be discussing the doubts in the live class. Till then, Jai Hind.